Hi you guys, this is Misty with Cancerian Chronicles. Welcome back. We're going to jump into just a collective energy reading using a new deck. It's called What's Gossip, just to see what's going on in our energy, all right, in the collective energy. So let's get started. Okay, messages for the collective. We have cuffing season. All right. So there could be someone that is headed your way, but just know that this is not something that is meant to be permanent, or, someone is going to come in because they need a place to live. They're looking for something short term with this cuffing season, right? Someone is going to try to save up their funds with this payday at the bottom of the deck. Yeah, poker face. So it's kind of be wary, because this person is going to be very convincing for someone. You're not going to know that this is the game that they're playing. They really just need a place to kind of hide out, or someone just, needs some temporary warmth, or just, like I said, a place to stay. So just be mindful of that. Yeah, we have triggered here. So I really feel for someone, this is just letting you know, this is a heads up, this is a warning. So what you decide to do is your business, right? So if you decide that you want to be booed up, you want to be laid up for a couple of months because it's cold outside yourself, there's nothing wrong with that if that's what you're looking for. Just don't get overly attached to this person. And this is a warning so that you don't end up triggered when this person, I feel this is an energy of this is someone who is going to try to just ghost, right? At the end of the season. Yeah, look at that. At the bottom is two-faced. So it's almost I'm hearing anything you can do, I can do better. I can do anything better than you. I'm almost feeling I don't know if you're kind of feeling, if you're in that type of energy where you're going to cut them off before they cut you off, or just be mindful that, again, remember with that poker face and with this two-face, this person is very good at the games that they play. Okay. They are, I was about to say they're not new to this, they're true to this, but this says brand new. And I feel the person that would be brand new to this most likely would be you. So just kind of be careful, right? Don't convince yourself that you can be cold-hearted. You can cut people off, if you're not quite ready for that, because not everyone can do that. Okay. And again, I'm not saying that one way is, better than the other. One is good, one is bad. I just feel this is a matter of just know what it is that you're getting yourself into when you're dealing with this person. Okay. Yeah, we have lessons learned. I feel you know what the signs are. You've seen this before. This could be a person that you've actually dealt with this person before, and they've done it before. Maybe you didn't recognize that that's exactly what they were doing. They were, someone could have been using another person just for a season or for the short term. And you didn't realize it or recognize it until it was too late. But that was then, and this is now. I feel either who this person is, or this type of character, or the signs. I'm hearing, I saw the signs, and it opened up my eyes, I saw the signs. It might be sun, but I'm hearing signs. So, but basically, what this looks like. Okay. And again, I'm really feeling I don't know if someone is trying to amp themselves up, yeah, I can love them and leave them, or, something like that. Not everyone can do that, you guys. So, you may not necessarily be on that level. You may not necessarily be ready for that. And that may just not be who you are or who you will ever be. And that's okay. So don't get yourself, I'm hearing don't bite off more than you can chew, right? just cut them off now. If this is something that, like, this is what you see, like, just cut it off now, right? Before feelings get involved, or, you know, whatever. Yeah, we have deep fake here. Convincing lies. I'm telling you, like, this person is really, really good with their lies. And I don't know if this is a warning, because I don't know if you're like a lover boy, a lover girl, that you feel like, oh, well, I can change them. And, you can't change people, right? The only person that can change someone's behavior, someone's, beliefs or their belief systems is going to be that actual person. And not everyone actually wants to change. So you just kind of have to be aware of that and just understand that. Okay. Yeah, we have love bombed here at the top. I feel like, obviously this person is going to come in with the love bombing, or someone has already started with the love bombing, like you've been love bombed. And again, like, when you recognize that, and if you know you can't really handle that, you can't cut people off, because you start to feel, it says intense affection too quickly. Like, if you know that you fall for people like really quickly, then do not get yourself involved. So I'm just going to say, like, me personally, once love bombing stops, like, I stop, right? So, like, if you're I mean, it might sound really bad, but especially because, for example, I'm considered neurospicy and I have ADHD. Like, once you stop love bombing me, like, my feelings, my affections are gone. And not everyone is like that. Like, if you know that you fall deeply or head over heels for people, like, do not get yourself involved in this. I'm hearing something for one of you, some of you, or none of you, about burying the hatchet. Okay, so again, this goes back to maybe someone, like, you dealt with this person before, or maybe you're just trying to get back against, this type of person, to where you feel like, I'll show them, right? Like, I'm going to get them before they get me. But I feel like whoever this message is for, like, you're not ready. You're not on that level yet. You may never be on that level, and that is okay. Okay. Don't change yourself, to fit in. I'm hearing something about, like, a cold, cruel world. Like, maybe, you're starting to feel disillusioned or something like that. Like, don't let people change, who you are, as far as, like, what you believe, what your belief systems are. Now, obviously, with this lessons learned, you do want to, you take the information that you've gathered, take the information that you've gained, or the lessons that you've learned, and you want to make sure that you move accordingly, that you change accordingly, that you react appropriately and quickly, right? So I just feel like this is for someone who is, like, in this mindset of, typically you feel like you can change people, and the lesson that you have to learn is that you cannot. You only have the power and authority and capability of changing yourself. Okay. You could be the type of person that you see the good in everyone, or, you want to see the positive or the good in everyone, and everyone ain't got it. Everyone ain't got it. Okay. All right, let's keep going and see what else we have. Okay. Messages for the collective. Oh, wow. I'm telling you, hidden agenda, okay? And it's falling directly under cuffing season. This is what this person's actual, I'm hearing not so hidden agenda, because again, I feel like you've seen this before, right? You've seen this somewhere before. You recognize this, but someone has, like, some type of hidden agenda. They are trying to, like, use your kindness, or they're seeing your kindness as a weakness or something like that. And I feel like you know better. Okay. What does that say? Can you see that? What does that say? What have I been talking about? Whoever you are, whoever this message is for, you are definitely You are definitely a hopeless romantic. And me personally, like I say, if you've seen me before, I say I don't believe in love, because I don't, right? But just because I don't believe in love, it doesn't mean that you should not believe in love. Or, like, don't let people, change who you are or what you believe. But don't be silly or don't be naive when it comes to certain people's actions, when you've seen it all before, when you've learned the lesson before. Okay. Yeah, believing in fairy tales, idealizing love, and I really feel more like someone idolizes the person that they're dealing with, and that's something that you have to cut that, right? So we have self-care Sunday. I feel like rather than pouring so much into relationships or pouring so much into the other person that you're dealing with, you have to make sure that you stay true to yourself and that you're pouring more energy and more love and kindness and understanding and giving. Like, you need to do that to yourself, right? Like, someone is doing too much of this for another person. Okay. I'm hearing Beyonce, me, myself, and I is all I got in the end. That's what I found out. I don't know if that was just her song or if that was Destiny's Child, but that's what I'm hearing, right? Okay. Because again, this is about, like, you can't control anyone but you. We have wake up call, and this is falling under triggered. So we have the triggered card and we have wake up call. And I feel like, clarity, urgent awareness, can't ignore anymore. I feel like there's something that you've learned, right? Something that you've learned about this particular person or this type of person. You've learned this about them, and you cannot ignore, like, certain signals. You can't ignore the red flags. You cannot, and you should not. You shouldn't even want to, right? Because I feel like, you're putting yourself at risk of, being hurt. Okay. We have secret admirer 2. I feel like you may have someone else that's even interested in you. And it's like, if you let this person shack up in your place, if you allow this person back into your, like, this type of person, if you allow them back into your energy, or someone that I'm hearing, don't you know no good? Don't you know no good? Like, this person is no good. But if you allow this person into your life, even if it's temporarily, I feel like you're running the risk of, alienating some type of other person that is, watching you or has some type of, affection for you. Obviously, you're not going to wait around, for people to make moves, but you can be a little bit, smarter about how you deal with, these other people or this person that's trying to come into your life or come back into your life, right? Situational single. Choosing solitude, waiting for better. I feel like there's something, and then it says not settling. I feel like there's definitely something better out there for you, and it's okay for you to be single. It's okay for you to just date and have fun and enjoy getting to know other people. And even, what some people don't understand is, like, when you actually allow yourself to date, like, so many people want to, I'm hearing, can we skip to the good part? And people think that the good part is, like, finding your forever person and being married. That's not always necessarily the good part. Like, some people just need to enjoy getting to know other people. And by taking your time, I'm hearing, let's wait a while, taking your time to get to know another person through dating for a longer term, I feel like that actually, believe it or not, allows you to get to know yourself better, your wants, your needs, your desires, your icks, your pet peeves. Like, there's something to do with that. Okay. But you don't need to settle. There's definitely something or someone better that is being sent your way, or, someone is, watching you right now. But you have to, look at that, waiting to upgrade you. And when I mean upgrade you, I don't mean you personally, but there's something to do with like the type of relationships that you have been dealing with. Like, it's almost like the universe, the divine, the most high, God, your ancestors, whoever, all of them, I don't know. They're trying to intervene so that you can see that there's a better quality of relationship or of significant other that is out there and available to you, and that you actually deserve. Okay. So, yeah. But, there's that saying where they talk about how you got to kiss a few frogs. You don't have to kiss them. Right? So like, if you see that this person is a frog, you don't kiss them and hope that they're going to turn into your Prince Charming. Throw them back in the pond. Okay. Like, why are you going to run the risk of, what do they give you? Like, warts. Like, why would you put yourself at risk of like getting some type of warts dealing with a known frog, right? Or toad or frog or whatever. Like, you see that they're a toad, you see that they're a frog, and you're going to kiss them anyway. Like, no, I don't think so. Throw them back, put them back in that pond. Okay. What else for the collective? Yeah, we have on red, and this is on the lessons learned. At the first hint, the first whiff of someone being a red flag, of someone, trying to come in and manipulate you and use you and just shack up with you temporarily, use and abuse you, you need to go ahead and cut them off. Leave them on red. But this one says on red too, ignored messages, waiting anxiously, no replies. Maybe they're just busy. You need to make yourself busy, and you just don't reply to them. You don't owe anyone closure. You don't owe anyone explanations or, response. Like, you don't owe anyone anything but yourself. Okay? But yourself. Yeah, look at this at the bottom. CEO energy. And this is about you taking control, you taking control of your life, you taking control of your love life. If like your goal has something to do, because this feels really heavy with, like someone wants to be in love or someone wants to be in a relationship, like that's fine. I'm saying like, you don't have to change like that is something that you want or something that you desire in your life, but the way that you're approaching it. Right? Don't let life happen to you. Like, you need to take the reins. You need to take control of like where everything is headed as it relates to you. Do not allow people to string you along. At the top, it says bounce back. Someone needs to learn how to bounce back quickly. Like, let's say you did overlook some red flags. Okay. You gave someone the benefit of the doubt. You gave someone a little bit extra time, thinking maybe something about them like would change, or you were impressed by one thing. So you kind of let them make it on, other areas that really, you knew it wasn't necessarily a good idea. And then things don't work out. Like, it happens. It's okay. Don't sulk. Don't, just, sit around in some type of depressive state. Like, you have to be ready to bounce back. You have to be resilient in the face of like whenever you have a setback, right? You have to be willing to, I'm hearing, dust yourself off and try again. I'm hearing that. So you have to be ready for that. Okay. Let's go ahead and see what we have here really quick. Let's see if there's anything else that you need to know with our little tokens. I feel like just one. Okay, we have number 42. This is a little witch on, is that a witch on a broom? Sometimes I see something completely different from what it says, but that looks like a witch flying on a broom to me. So let me double check. I don't know if someone has a fear of like being called a witch or something like that. But and I mean a witch, but with the B or something like that. Someone needs to get over that. Like, I feel like you have somewhere to be, or you have some goals that you're trying to accomplish or obtain, you know, and I'm talking about like with a relationship, with a certain type of relationship that you want, and you can't allow people to, you know, shame you or guilt you into kissing those frogs that you know are not really in your best interest. Okay, they're not going to improve your life at all. Like, just let them go. Just leave them alone. But yeah, so this is witch. It says occult knowledge, intuitive, and spell casting. So I feel like whoever you are quite intuitive, and you have that gift for a reason. You need to use that. You can call it the spirit of, or the power of discernment, but it was gifted to you from your ancestors, is what I'm hearing, but it was gifted to you for a reason. And so if you have that ability, because not everyone does, I don't care what everybody, you know, some people might say everyone has that, but everyone does not have that. Not everyone has this ability to, you know, like their intuition, you know, having a strong intuition, or, you know, like, I feel like whoever you are, you have this, but you're not listening to it, or you're not using it to your advantage. So if you want to catapult yourself into accomplishing this goal, you know, whether it has to do with a relationship or whatever, like, you're gonna actually have to use your God-given gifts and talents and abilities, right? And it's gonna help you reach. Yeah, it's going to help you to reach that goal much more quickly. Yeah, so that's what I have. But I'm going to go ahead and leave it there. I hope that those messages were helpful. If so, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, share the video, all of that good, juicy stuff. But I love you, and have a beautiful and fantabulous rest of your day. Bye now. Mwah.